What's going on, you guys? Riley here. Today we are once again at Houston Raceway Park in Baytown, Texas, going to be taking out the Grand Sport to lay down some quarter-mile passes now that we have a few modifications. So the current conditions that we are working with is that it's 84 degrees outside and the density altitude is 2456. So pretty bad DA. However, it should drop as the sun goes down. Hopefully, at least that's what I'm thinking. But I'm not gonna let some hot weather stop me. Still wanted to set some passes out here with the street tires on. So I do have basically a drag setup that is coming for this car. It's 2 weeks out. I called them yesterday and was like, hey, how much longer till my welds are here? They said 2 more weeks. So we're gonna run the street tires for now. The modifications to the car, we have a Haltech cold air intake and some Texas Speed long tube headers and some MSD plug wires, which you can kind of see down there. I guess you can see them a little bit more here on this side. But yeah, that is pretty much the plan for today. Also, we have a dyno tune, of course. So the car, as it sits, put down 429 wheel horsepower. So that's right about 500 horsepower at the motor, give or take. The car weighs 3,375 pounds, if I remember correctly. So it's a pretty light car. We've got the horsepower bumped up, still on street tires. So we'll see how it does. I'm also here with a few buddies. This is my buddy Talib. He's got basically a full bolt-on 5.0 Mustang. That's an automatic. And then we have a Hellcat. Now this Hellcat, I actually, funny story, I almost bought this Charger Hellcat when I was buying my Challenger Hellcat. This is the same car that was on the lot. I sat in this car, thought about buying it, and then ultimately went with a Challenger. But pretty cool that my buddy Eric is over here. Eric works at AutoNation Spring Dodge. There he is right over there. So he's over here with a bone stock Hellcat that is also on some 20-inch drag radials, if you can kind of see him over there. So we'll see what kind of times he puts down in the kind of poor conditions. Keep in mind, my Hellcat that was stock on drag radials did a 10.7 quarter mile, and that was in great conditions. So we'll see what the difference is in just a little bit of weather changes as far as the Hellcat quarter mile goes. But it's looking to be a pretty great day. The staging lanes are wide open currently, so that's a rare sight to see. But let's go ahead and hop in the Grand Sport. We'll make pass number 1 and see what she can do. And now I have run this car 4 different times here at Houston Raceway Park. Each run I ran a 12.9 when the car was bone stock. So I'm hoping that today we can improve from that 12.9. It better. We've got the tires knocked down to 26 PSI. I mean, they're street tires, so you don't want to go too low with them and just kind of be silly. But yeah, I guess let's see what happens. I can tell you now the car's a lot faster. I just roasted all the way through first gear and then my foot got caught on the floor mat and I just bounced off the clutch twice during the middle of that pass. That was interesting. The car definitely felt faster than it did before. You can tell the modifications are doing something. Thank you. Okay, so we got out of the 12.9s. Hip hip hooray, we're at a 12.8. But my 60 foot was a 2.2 essentially, and that was just because I was doing a burnout all the way through first gear. But what I'm happy to see here is, number 1, yeah, I didn't run a 12.9, whoop-de-doo, but number 2, the miles per hour is a lot higher, even with a shitty pass, which is, you know, that's important. Clearly something happened with Talib's run. He ran a 15.6 at 93 miles per hour. So we'll let the cars go cool off, and then we'll go for pass number 2, and hopefully we won't jam the clutch in the middle of a pass again. matchup right there. So obviously it wasn't going for reaction time. Wanted to see if I could chase that guy down. I think I did a pretty good job for giving him a big head start. That was a pretty good pass. It wheel hopped a little bit, but that's so far the best pass this car has had. And I don't know what happened to my windshield. That was weird, but that one felt pretty good. And this car is definitely so much faster with just a couple bolt-ons. I'm excited to see this time, but it's just more enjoyable now. It feels faster. It's just more of a how it should be. Thank you. Welcome. Holy shit! I just ran a 12.3 at 118 and a half with a terrible 60 foot. My 60 foot was a 2.2. What the hell? To be running a low 12 with that bad of a 60 foot is incredible. I'm so happy right now. Not because I got a terrible 60 foot, but damn, 118, like that is a miles per hour of a car that's running mid 11s if you know you can hook. And just with the drag setup on this car, that's going to make such a huge difference. That's going to take my 60 foot from a 2.24 probably down somewhere in the 1.7 1.8 range if I had to guess. I mean, that is literally going to knock off so much time just with a different wheel and tire setup in the rear. These tires, they're not that great, honestly, for drag racing. They're great for handling, but not so much for drag racing. All right, well, there it is. As you can see, the Super Trash 60 foot, really good miles per hour, and the OK ET. But you can tell I'm losing so much time up in the first 8th mile. And after the first 8th mile, the car really does pull really nicely. I mean, obviously, it's lightweight and aerodynamic, so it should. But you know, as far as if I was, let's say I was going to roll race the Hellcat back there, it actually would keep up okay the way it sits now. And after the cam and everything I have planned for it, my plan is to have this thing faster than a Hellcat from at least a roll race. We'll see once I get the drag radials how it will do from a dig. But I mean, just the fact that it's picking up that much time on the second half of the quarter, it's pretty solid. So assuming the weather was a little bit better and I had better tires, this car would easily be in the 11s, like without a doubt. I'm gonna try to get into the 11s tonight. As you can see, the sun is going down, which is going to help out with temperatures dropping. So I'd really love to see an 11 tonight, but it's all basically in that first 60 foot. If you can get a good 60 foot, you're gonna have a good pass, and vice versa. If you have a bad 60 foot, your pass ain't so great. So we'll see what we can do. And then Kluna back here with his Hellcat Charger, he has ran twice now, and both times were the exact same time of a 11.5. So now keep in mind, that's 0.8 seconds slower than on a day with good weather. So that just goes to show you that weather does have a huge factor, especially in a boosted car application. But still, 11.5 is a very respectable time, especially just for being a bone stock car you can go buy off the showroom and take out to the track on a bad weather day and still run pretty good times. So gotta love that mighty 6.2 liter supercharged V8.
Literally, stop, dude. Don't.
How was your pass, buddy?
Dude, it was great, you know? Got that 14 in.
14, hey!
And I tell you what, last time to get this better. Watching a couple big old trucks go drag racing while indulging in some delicious nachos. Life is good.
All right, well, it looks like that run was about the same. That was a 12.4 at 118 with another 2.24 60 foot. So the 60 foots are just terrible. Michelin Pilot Super Sports, fantastic tires for going down a back road and doing stuff there. Not so great of tires for trying to go dig racing in your manual transmission car. Well, at this point, I'm just using up all the good tread on my Pilot Super Sports, so I think I'm going to call it there. I think a 12.3 in these conditions on these tires is pretty respectable. 118 miles per hour. I think the other one was like 118 and a half. That's pretty darn good, you know, for the minimal things that are done to this car. Overall, I'm really happy though with a 12.3. I told myself anything better than a 12.5 today that I'd be content with. So a 12.3 in bad conditions, I'll take it. Check out this camera's low light. Look at how nice this looks, and it's like pitch black in person. That's impressive. Get myself a set of drag radials, get some better weather. This sucker's, you know, 11.7-ish, and then get myself a cam, and we're knocking on the door to easily low 11s at that point. So very excited with the Grand Sport's performance. Say that 3 times fast. So now that that is all out of the way, let's go watch a little bit of racing kind of in the night on a chill note, and just have a good time at Houston Raceway Park. Consistent. So it totally just dawned on me after those 2 Hellcats ran, the first one being Cluna and his Charger. They were running 120 miles per hour. I'm running 118 miles per hour. I'm literally 2 miles per hour off a stock Hellcat. Remember earlier when I said my car would be good from a roll race? Well, that's just some food for thought. I'm right there with a stock Hellcat. Cam! It's gonna be me. At 118.
Cam car? No. Stage 4 cam, 3500 stall. Cross pipe, no cats.
All right, Cluna's gonna try his luck at a C7 Z06. Let's see how he does. That reaction time, though. Can he catch him? Let's see. 11.6 and 11.3. This is slow. 119. Yeah, it's the slowest pass. Just wanted to once again point out how wonderful this camera is. It's literally pitch black in person, and this brightens literally everything up. It's amazing. Even a black car shows up. If any of you are in the market for a new camera, I would highly recommend the Sony A7 Mark III. You heard it here first. All right, you guys, well, I guess I'm going to end today's video there. 12.3s at 118 miles per hour, where a stock Hellcat is doing 120 miles per hour. Literally 2 miles per hour away, and I just got a couple bolt-ons right now. So after the cam, you can see where this is going. So team downgrade in full effect here. Gonna see what we can do. But I had a lot of fun tonight. Even though it was kind of frustrating being on street tires, it was still a bunch of fun trying to go out there and see what this thing can do. I'm 2 weeks out, like I said, from getting the welds, and so I will definitely come back with proper drag setup, and then we should knock down a whole bunch of more off the time, and then she goes in for the cam. But I just want to thank you guys for watching this video. Stay tuned for more cool stuff I have coming up next week. I promise you, I've got something big coming. But yeah, that sums up today's video. So thank you guys for watching. See y'all in the next one. Take it easy.